Michael Knowles exposes the most biased moderator I have ever seen.
I'm asking the questions.
All right.
Feel free to try to control it, but you won't get to.
He causes him to implode, just turn on the audience and start cursing at them live on stage.
You can boo all you want to. I don't give a half a shit. Okay, listen. Well, I may be a hack, but I've got the fucking microphone.
I knew I should have asked Ruben Studdard to moderate this debate.
Don't worry. I'm sure he rehearsed that line in the bathroom this morning.
His bias is shocking.
And I just want to say, Clay, you're probably the worst moderator I've ever seen in my life.
This is one of the strongest debate performances I've ever seen from Michael Knowles.
The president has been labeled a racist, that he's been labeled a fascist, that he's been labeled an authoritarian. Do you think that's hyperbole, or do you think it's a fair assessment?
No, I don't think it's a fair assessment. Let's dig into it.
I don't know that I would go ahead and call him a racist, but I do think he has pandered to racists.
They're going to bring up the classic lie around very fine people on both sides, which has been debunked a number of times, but this guy kind of takes it to another level.
But it was a racist group out there chanting racist things, and the president had one thing to do that day, and that was to condemn it, and he didn't.
He did condemn it. It's on tape. He said, literally, I condemn it totally.
And I'm not talking about the neo-Nazis and the white nationalists, because they should be condemned totally.
Do you think that what Chris is saying about his responsibility to lead was displayed that day?
I think, it is simply a matter of fact that he did explicitly condemn white supremacists and racists at Charlottesville, and he did it repeatedly, and he's done it repeatedly on the campaign trail. Most people don't know that because of a mainstream media narrative that President Trump is a racist, because, in that case, they explicitly lied about what he said.
You can see Michael Knowles win over the crowd. The applause starts to grow, and his opponent starts to dwindle.
His words matter more than mine, more than yours, more than anybody else's on the planet, and he does not choose them carefully.
I wanted to make sure, unlike most politicians, that what I said was correct, not make a quick statement.
And he needs to be more careful with that. I think you would agree with that. I think you need to agree with that.
He tells me,
last time I told you to agree with something, you should have just agreed with me.
Well, I'm not so sure about that.
That pretty much summarizes this guy's strategy in a nutshell. You need to agree. I'm telling you to agree, you should agree.
I think so much of the trouble in this country is the left tells us you have to say this, you have to believe that, you have to say Trump is a racist and an anti-Semite. What I'm saying is if at Charlottesville, if he explicitly condemned racists and white supremacists, we would agree that's a good thing. The president should do that.
His first reaction should have been that. His first reaction was good people on both sides.
In the very same paragraph.
Good people on both sides is not condemning racism. There were no good people marching saying Jews will not replace us. Not one good person.
You can't mind read. There could have been people there that were just concerned about changing historical monuments.
Not one of those people was a good person. Not one of them. Not one.
Now, if you read down 2 paragraphs.
You had people in that group that were there to protest the taking down of, to them, a very, very important statue and the renaming of a park from Robert E. Lee to another name.
As he is saying that,
he still said there were good people on both sides.
What he's saying is
and you know it, and I know it. That's what he said. Good people on both sides.
Let me ask it this way. Let me ask it this way. Let me ask it this way.
Sure.
Are people who are marching and shouting Jews will not replace us, are they good people?
Now he's going to employ this presupposition technique where you build in the accusation to the question. When did you stop beating your wife is the classic example. That's such a manipulative question.
I don't
yes
know.
or no? Just a yes or no question. Yes or no? No, it's a yes or no question.
What a ridiculous question. Give me a break.
And the crowd can spot this tactic too, and this is where they really start to turn on him.
You can boo me off.
The reason
no, because are you able to answer the question?
One conservative
yes
because
or
they know
no?
that it's a fair fight.
So the moderator has now engaged fully in the debate with Michael Knowles.
Yes or no? Are people who are marching shouting Jews will not replace us?
Nazis are bad, Clay. We agree. Nazis are bad, okay?
Can you say yes or no to this? Are you capable of that?
I can. Hey, Clay.
Can you say yes or no to it?
Let me ask you a question, Clay.
His opponent is just standing there. I've never seen anything like this. This is crazy.
Let me ask you a question, Clay.
I don't need to answer a question because I'm not on the stage.
Clay,
can you answer the question? Yes or no?
You just asked me if Nazis are bad, and I told you Nazis are bad.
No, I did not ask you if Nazis were bad.
Of course you did.
I asked you to say yes or no.
Yes or no.
And I understand
those
are big
Jews
words.
Really bad. Yeah, I think they're really bad, Clay.
Are people marching saying Jews will not replace us good people? Yes or no?
They're bad people, Clay.
For me, I would ask him, well, define a good person. He would not be able to answer that because likely he cannot tell you where morality even comes from. If you ask a manipulative trap question, are you a bad person?
People who are Nazis are bad people, Clay.
That's not what I asked you.
I've answered this 5 times.
No, you haven't. You've chosen to answer it the way you
We'll
want to
go back
answer
in the
it.
tape later and
You're
see if I answer it.
rewording.
I
You're
think we'll be able to find that I did it.
You're
This is
rewording.
Look at his opponent there, just grinning away, like, "Oh, this is great. I don't have to do anything."
Clay, what you're doing right now is exactly what the mainstream media did to Trump at Charlottesville. It's the exact same thing. I gave a perfectly clear answer, and then you tried to pretend that I didn't.
I feel so bad for you. I feel so badly for you.
I feel bad for you. Oh my goodness! I bet this is the last time this guy ever moderates.
Why do you
It's
feel
very
badly
easy
for
to play victim. Let me ask you this.
Why do you feel
Let me ask you this.
Hey, guys.
And then the moderator turns to the crowd and says this.
You can boo all you want to. I don't give a f***ing shit. Okay, listen.
I think our rhetoric is too extreme.
Let me ask you this. Just here's a yes or no question for you. Does President Trump lie?
And another brilliant question. Does Donald Trump lie? Yes or no? Everyone lies. At some point, he has lied.
Oh, I think every human being lies.
I asked a yes or no question. Does President Trump lie? Yes or no?
He lies as much as everyone else lies. Yes, he does.
It is amazing. Can I ask you a yes or no question?
Actually,
Does President Trump lie?
President Trump lies.
Okay.
All the time.
Oh, it's easy for him, yes, because the question has set him up. So, of course, he can answer it.
7 to 10 times a day, he lies.
It's oddly specific. 7 to 10 times a day.
He lies about little things. And if somebody lies about little things, you can't believe them about the big things. And that's the problem with him.
That's a brilliant analysis. Watch how Michael handles this, though.
You're asking if President Trump lies. Of course he lies, everybody lies. The question is, what is the nature of those lies? Does he lie and say he's got the biggest crowd sizes ever? Yes. Is that quite a lie, or is that an exaggeration?
China called. We're really close to a deal. China never called.
Yeah.
China doesn't call. China's a country.
Yeah, they do. He talks to diplomats. They negotiate.
If I've got to choose between a guy who's got a little dodgy personal life and who tells lies about crowd sizes, and if we're talking about lies on matters of important public policy, I want the guy to be honest on public policy. I don't care what he says in his personal life.
He even admits to his own bias because he can feel it coming from the audience.
Since clearly the audience thinks I'm biased, we're going to let them ask some questions too.
Clay, you ran.
We're going to let them ask some questions too.
Office as a Democrat. I think you have your bias.
Even his opponent admits that he's biased.
I'm used to biased hosts. I know you're not. I am.
It gets so bad that Michael's opponent steps in to defend the moderator because clearly they're on the same side.
You could boo me. I'm used to it when I'm in conservative crowds. I love you anyway. But Clay Aiken, man, he's like a national treasure.
So at this point, he has essentially turned the vast majority of the audience against him.
Don't boo.
You know what? I'll say this. You know what? I'll say. Stop it, Chris. I'm a big boy. I can handle myself.
And when I say this moderator implodes, it's not an exaggeration.
Well, I may be a hack, but I've got the fucking microphone.
So a guy comes up to the microphone and even calls out the moderator to his face. And he points out the trap questions that he's been already used twice in just this example.
So before I ask my question, I just want to say, Clay, you're probably the worst moderator I've ever seen in my life. Asking very dishonest yes or no questions, but anyway.
That's perfectly fine. I've yet to win anything, so I always come in second place. Ruben will be doing one down the hall, so go ahead and ask your
did you
question.
ever stop beating your children, yes or no? That's a stupid question. Anyways.
I would like to point out something. Whenever you question the left's tactic, you both interject as quickly as you can to shut it down.
Now the moderator is on his feet, facing the crowd, fully engaged in the debate.
I let you say it. I let you have the last word.
Well, he let me say it, actually.
You said it, and then I said you've said it. So now let's move on. And you wanted to say it 2 more times.
Well,
so congratulations, you've said it 3 more times. Let's let him ask his question.
My pleasure.
Okay.
These are the kind of tactics you're going to encounter. It's rather stunning.